Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video we are going to check what kind of energies are building between Yogesh and Akansha, and we are going to check past, present, future energies mainly, and things they need to avoid and things they need to embrace. Okay, we'll pull the past energy first. What's there when it comes to past? Near past. Okay, we got page of wands and the present energy. What's there for the present energy? What's there for the present energy? We got the magician. Okay, it's a beautiful energy, one of my favorites. So what's there in the future? What's there for the future? We have wheel of fortune. We got two major arcanas for the present situation and for the future. um Okay, let's start with this. When it comes to past, right? We got Page of Wands. So Page of Wands is all about excitement, all about curiosity, all about attraction, all about new energy. This relationship did not begin with a detailed plan. It was not one of those situations where two people sat down and carefully decided what the future would look like. It started with a spark. There was a feeling of, you seem interesting, let's see where this goes. That is how it started. So, in the beginning, there was probably a lot of talking, discovering each other, sharing each other ideas, joking around, enjoying the fresh energy between them. The connection felt alive and spontaneous. That is the strongest message I'm getting for the past. But this Page of Wands, the first card, also has an important truth hidden inside it. See, page represents the beginning stage of something, okay? It is the spark, not the final result. So the early connection had that passion, had that excitement, but it was still developing. Like, neither person fully knew where the relationship would eventually lead, okay? So there was strong attraction, there was curiosity about each other, there was excitement, there was spontaneity, these people were discovering each other, there was potential that was just starting to grow. This was the phase that got the relationship moving. Without this spark, the connection may never have begun, right? But this card also saying that relationship was not meant to stay in that new crush stage forever. It had to evolve into something more. So what is happening right now in the current situation? We got the magician tarot. Okay, this magician energy is completely different from Page of Wands. See, Page of Wands says this is exciting. Magician is saying now let's build something with it. Right now the relationship is in a phase where both people have that ability to create the kind of partnership they want. Magician, current energy is not a passive card at all. It is all about action, it is about effort, it is about skill, it is about using the tools which is already there. So, it says that Yogesh and Akanksha are no longer operating only on attraction, they are learning how to make the connection work in practical life. Definitely, practical life involves emotions, communication, responsibilities, goals, finances, time, future plan, all of it. So, one of the strongest messages here is that they have the resources they need, that power is already in their hands. Relationship does not depend on luck or fate right now. It is dependent on how consciously they are choosing to work together. Okay, it means in the current situation they can solve problems instead of only reacting emotionally. They can communicate and they both can find that practical solution. They have that ability to align their personal goals. They can build a stable partnership if both people keep putting in effort. Okay, But this current energy comes with responsibility. That current energy works when the magician actually uses the tools. Means relationship cannot run an autopilot. The connection becomes stronger through daily choices, through honest conversations, through consistent effort. So the present energy is saying this relationship has real potential, but it grows through intentional action, not through wishful thinking. Okay. When it comes to future, they got Wheel of Fortune. It's a big card. See, when this Wheel of Fortune, the third card, appears in the future position, it means major changes are coming. These changes are not negative, okay, not necessarily negative. In fact, wheel often brings growth, opportunities, timing shifts, important turning points. So, this relationship is moving into a phase where life itself may start changing around them. Career changes are very much possible among one or among both of them. New opportunities are very much possible. Relocation or travel is very much possible. Changes in lifestyle is very much possible. One of them might make some important decisions about future, which is very much possible. In generally, this relationship is entering a new chapter. Okay, the important message is that the foundation they're building now is what helping them to handle those future changes. Because Wheel of Fortune also speaks about breaking old cycles. It means old relationship patterns, old fears, old habits that have kept things stuck may start getting cleared out. This connection begins moving forward instead of repeating same emotional loop. See, this Wheel of Fortune, the third card, often brings moments where people look back and think, everything happened for a reason. They'll think it in future. In the future, opportunities may appear at the right time. The relationship can feel more aligned with its bigger purpose. And see, you cannot control every turn of the wheel. Life will change, plans may shift. The key is staying adaptable and supporting each other through those changes. That's very important. Um, so, future energy is not showing a stagnant relationship. Future energy is actually showing some movement, some growth. Let's see what is there. Mainly, what is that one thing these guys need to avoid to have a better connection? We got Eight of Wands. Okay. And what is that one thing they need to embrace to have a better connection? We got Three of Swords. Interesting. Okay. Okay, what is that one thing they need to avoid? I got Eight of Wands. Okay, Eight of Wands is usually fast moving card. Okay, decisions happening quickly, everything feels urgent. So that means the biggest danger right now is rushing. When emotions get intense, right, they should not send impulsive messages towards each other. They should try to solve huge issues in one heated conversation. you know they should they should not force this relationship to happen if one of them are not ready for it. They should not try to solve all the issues at once. Means they should not make decisions out of panic. They should not react immediately without thinking. Basically, this card is asking them to slow down. Fast energy can create misunderstandings. Few words said in rush often cause more damage than the original problem. If something feels overwhelming, the answer is not to move faster. The answer is to pause, breathe, and give each other space to process. That's very important. It means You don't have to solve everything at once. In that heated situation, they need to avoid it. And biggest thing, they need to embrace, we got three of swords. It's surprising, guys, because three of swords is known as heartbreak card, right? um they need to embrace honesty about pain. This relationship becomes stronger when both people stop pretending everything is fine. If something hurts, they need to say it. If an old insecurity comes up, they need to talk about it. If one person feels vulnerable, they should not hide it. They both need to be still more honesty with each other. Instead of avoiding difficult conversations, they need to face them together. Speaking openly about fears, admitting when something feels painful, listening without becoming defensive, allowing that vulnerability instead of acting strong all the time, healing emotional wounds together instead of ignoring them. Many relationships break because small hurts are never discussed. They get buried until they become resentment. This card is saying, you know they need to approach them instead of avoiding them. When one person is hurting, the other person should not immediately try to fix the feeling, or they should not dismiss it. Sometimes the strongest support is simply being present, and they need to listen it. That's it. See, what they should stop is, as I mentioned, they should stop rushing conversation. They should stop reacting impulsively. They should stop forcing the timeline. They should stop trying to solve everything immediately. They should not panic. Okay. And what they should do is, they need to have emotional conversations still more. They should share their vulnerabilities. They need to talk about their hurts before they become resentment. They should listen deeply to each other, and they have to create emotional safety now rather than emotional pressure. See, this reading is not showing a weak connection at all. It is actually showing a relationship that is moving through an important growth process. The spark was real in the beginning. The ability to build something real exists right now, and the future points towards significant change and expansion. The only thing that could create unnecessary problem is rushing ahead faster than the relationship is ready for. See, this card is asking Yogesh and Akanksha to slow the pace. They need to communicate honestly, and they should be willing to have that uncomfortable conversations instead of avoiding them. If they do that, this connection has the potential to grow into something much stronger, more stable, more meaningful than the initial spark. See, this relationship began with excitement. Now it's built through conscious effort, and it is heading towards a major new chapter. As long as they choose honesty over avoidance, if they choose patience over rushing, yes, this can lead to something beautiful. So, yes, that is the message about their relationship and about their journey so far and for the future. Let me know what you guys felt in the comment section, and what topic you guys need next video on. Those who are interested in personal reading, to ask your personal questions, you guys can DM me the number in the description, and don't forget to subscribe the channel for more videos like this. I shall see you all in my very next video. Till that, take care. Bye bye.